Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So today is Monday, October 30th, and I am 9% into a book, which is Black Order, which is the third book in the Sigma Force series, and I want to finish it by tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day of the month and I want to have it in my October wrap up. So yeah, that is a plan for today and tomorrow. And then I'm not entirely sure. I might read the second book in the Shades of Magic series because I read the first one last week and I really enjoyed it, and I want to see what happens next in that series, in that world with those characters. So I might read that as well. And I don't know, I have so many books that I want to read and not enough time to read them. So I don't know what else is in my plans for this week, but yeah, at least probably those two books that I mentioned. And then we'll see. I'm still in a horror mood, even though I read 12 horror books already this month. I'm still in a horror mood. I kind of took a break after the 12th to read the A Darker Shade of Magic and to start this one, but I'm still in a horror mood, so I might also read some horror this week as well. And I mean, tomorrow's Halloween, even though I'm probably gonna be reading this tomorrow, or maybe I will. If I finish this, I will start a horror book probably. If not, I will still start a horror book at a later point this week, probably. But yeah, those are the plans, and welcome to the vlog. Okay, so it is Wednesday and I have finished Black Order last night. So I did finish it in October, and that was the third book in the Sigma Force series, which is a thriller-ish series, but it usually has some sort of science fiction somewhere associated in the plot. And in that series, we follow the Sigma Force team, some members from the Sigma Force team who are people who are military trained, but they also are some of them are scientists, some of them are really good at technology. And yeah, we follow different, I think in the first and second books we were following different characters, but the characters from this book, I don't know if they were from the first or if they were from the second, or if one was from the first and one was from the second, but I knew that I already knew both of them. And basically in this book there were two different storylines that we were following, and then they obviously were connected. But basically in one of the plot lines, it was in Europe. I think it was in Copenhagen and in somewhere in Poland, and there were two things as well going on. So basically someone tried to steal a Bible that belonged to Charles Darwin, and then we were also following them investigating some experiments that had been started by the Nazis and were still continued by some people. And then the other part of the story was in Nepal, and we were seeing some monks. They were sick with something that affected their minds, and basically they started torturing each other and also eating each other. And so we were following those two different storylines that, like I said, obviously were connected in the end. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed the investigation and all the action scenes, and I was invested in the plots. But the thing is, I don't really care about the characters, so I was having fun. I was enjoying the story, but when they were in danger, I wasn't really concerned. I didn't really care if they were okay or not. So yeah, I didn't love it. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. I wasn't obsessed with it, but it was still really fun. And I think I'm giving it 3.5 stars. And yeah, that is everything that I have read so far. And yesterday was Halloween, and the only like Halloween thing that I did was watching like ghost hunting videos with a friend. We had a video call and we were watching like ghost hunting videos because we used to watch them all the time when we lived together. So, we wanted to do that again. And that was the only thing I did, like Halloween related, but it was really fun. We were like in a call for like 2.5 hours and it was very, very fun. And actually, I am gonna start a horror book next because, you know, I'm still in the horror mood. I mean, I'm always in the horror mood. But basically, I am gonna read Hell House. And honestly, like, I don't really know anything about the plot of this book, but I'm pretty sure it's about a haunted house. And I have been craving a haunted house story because in the like 12 horror books I read in October, I mean, one of them, I guess two of them could be considered like haunted house books, even though like I would only consider one of them like haunted house story, and I didn't really like it. So, and like in general, I haven't read a haunted house story that I have been obsessed with in some time. So I hope this is the one that I have been waiting for. So yeah, I'm gonna start that, and then I know that I'm gonna read a fantasy. I just don't know which book exactly because I am undecided between two books. I will either start the second book in the Shades of Magic series, which is A Gathering of Shadows, I think, or I will start Never a Hero, which is the second book in the Monsters trilogy series something. I read the first one, which was Only a Monster, last year, so like, and I really enjoyed it, and so this was like one of my anticipated releases for this year. So yeah, I will start one of those two, but it will definitely be a fantasy and obviously this horror book as well. And yeah, I hope I make some progress in this until tomorrow because I am gonna be filming my October wrap up tomorrow. And I would like to update this vlog as well, so I hope to have something to say. And yeah, that's all for now. Hello. So it is actually Friday, not Thursday, because I did not end up filming my wrap up yesterday. So I read the entirety of Hell House. And like I think I said, this is a horror book about a haunted house. And we were following four characters, and they were like going to investigate a haunted house, a like famous haunted house that was nicknamed Hell House. And two teams had like gone to that house before to investigate it, to explore the house. And everyone like in both of those teams had died like in the house except for one person. And that one survivor is now in this new team that is going now into the house. And he is like a medium, but he has learned to kind of shield himself from the spirits, like after what happened to him in the house before. And then we have another medium, and then we have like a husband and a wife. And the husband, like he was the one who was actually invited to go to the house, but she tagged along, and he is a scientist, and he like claims that he knows how to erase the haunting from the house basically. And he does believe in like hauntings and like energy, residual energy is what he calls it, but he doesn't believe in like actual ghosts. And we also like learn about the owner of the house and like the weird horrible things he did while he was there alive in the house and in the parties he threw in the house. And it definitely got like, I liked the haunting mostly because not only were the characters like being attacked by whatever was haunting the house, they were also being like influenced by it, and it was making them act in ways that they normally wouldn't. And that was really fun. Like, I did like the haunting. I was like invested. I was enjoying it. Like, I was having a good time with those creepy, scary scenes. But then I didn't really like the ending like at all. I was really disappointed by it because I felt like there was a huge buildup that led to nothing. So I didn't really like that. And I'm not gonna get into any more details because I'm gonna be talking about this book in another video. But basically, like, I was excited, I was invested, and then I got disappointed. And that's it. And I mean, I still liked it, but I definitely didn't love it. It was definitely not like the haunted house story I was hoping to love, you know, the book I was craving for. It definitely wasn't that, unfortunately. And today, while I was like getting ready to film this video, I mean, not this video, to film the wrap up, I started listening to the audiobook of Never a Hero. And I only got, I think, 8% in. So obviously, not a lot has happened. But now I know, or like I think I know what the plot of the book is gonna be because I had no idea. Like, I didn't check what was gonna happen in this book. I just, like, I read the first and I really liked it. So I wanted to read the second book. And that was it. But I am enjoying it. I'm excited now that I think I know what is going to happen, but I don't really have anything to say yet. Also, I don't fully remember what happened in book one. Like, I remember the beginning, and they have like said what happened in the end of the book, but the whole like middle, I'm kind of fuzzy on the details. Like, I know, you know, the general idea of what happened, but details, not so much. So I am hoping they will do somewhat of a recap, you know, help me out here. Or maybe I will have to look up for a recap myself because, you know, I would like to know everything that's happening. And yeah, that is that is it. That is what I have been reading, and I will tell you more about this book once I, you know, get more into it and actually have something to say. But earlier today, I got some book mail that I'm gonna share with you, even though like it is exciting to me because it's like continuations of series that I'm reading, but it might not really be that exciting to show you because I mean I can't really say anything about the books. But I got books 6 and 7 in the Expense series. I still have book 5 to read, and I mean I'm planning to read this month, so that's exciting. And actually, like book 4, which I read in October, was the first floppy book of this series. And then when I got book 5, it wasn't floppy at all, which was actually very disappointing. And because like book 4, it was so satisfying to read. I have it here because it was in the wrap up. Like, I loved reading this book. I mean, I loved the story, the plot. I gave it 5 stars, but I also loved, you know, the floppiness, just being able to hold your book like this and it just opens without cracking the spine. I love that. And yeah, book 5 is not floppy at all. It is actually very tightly bound, which I do not appreciate. But these two, they are floppy. So we have Babylon's Ashes, which is book 6, and it is indeed floppy. I mean, maybe not as floppy as book 4, but it is floppy. You know, you can open it. And then book 7, Persepolis. Is that how you say that? Possibly not. Rising. And it is also floppy, which we love to see. So yeah, I am very excited for these because I love this series. And then I got 3 books in the Throne of Glass series. I already had book 3, Airfire, which I am not planning to read this month, but I am planning to read next month. And I mean, I am planning to read this month the like short story prequel collection thing, so Assassin's Blade. I'm not gonna do a video about it, but I am planning to read it this month, and I will obviously talk about it in the weekly vlogs. But I got books 4, 5, and 6. I hate that it doesn't say like the number in the series on the book, because like the Expense ones, it says like here, and these ones don't. But I'm pretty sure this is book 4, Queen of Shadows, and these ones are not floppy, which I don't like. Although like this one is a little floppier than the ones I have already read, but it's definitely like not a floppy book, like at all. And then we have book 5. I get confused by these two because these ones are like the ones from the tandem read, but I'm pretty sure that this is book 5 and this is book 6. So we have Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. And I am gonna be doing the tandem read, which is kind of intimidating because this one is almost 700 pages long. And this one is 660. And that is a lot of pages for like one video. Because, like, look at the size of this thing, you know? But yeah, I am gonna be doing the tandem read because people say that this one is like not that interesting, especially after finishing this one, because like they're happening at the same time from different characters' POVs. So, like, when you finish this, you want to go like to what happens next in this plot line, and you can't because you have this book. That's what I've heard. And I think this one is from Kale's POV, which, like, so far I still like him, but I feel like most people don't, and I don't know if I'm gonna like stop liking him and, you know, not enjoy his book. I don't know, but so far I still like him, and I don't love him. Like, I don't really love anyone in the series. And I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to start because from what I've heard, it gets like really, really good, like from book 3. So I'm hoping that, you know, the next book I read, I will start getting obsessed with. But yeah, anyway, I got these 3 books and I am excited to get to them eventually. And also intimidated to do the tandem read because that's a lot of pages. But yeah, I mean, book mail is always extremely exciting. And yeah, I think that is everything that I had to say. And I mean, with filming my wrap up, and then I filmed a clip from another video, and not this, I have honestly been talking for an hour, and I am losing my voice. And so I am going to shut up. I'm going to read more of Never a Hero, possibly something else, and I will talk to you probably at some point during this weekend. I mean, honestly, I'm not entirely sure because I'm not sure how much I'm gonna read because today is my grandma's birthday, so I'm not really gonna be reading at night. And then I'm not sure if my friend is gonna come over this weekend because she's still not sure herself. Like, I'm waiting on the confirmation. So, like, if she's here, I'm obviously not gonna be reading. So I might not really have any updates until Monday. But I mean, I'm not really gonna find out soon, but you will literally find out in like a few seconds or like a minute, you know? So I will talk to you whenever I talk to you. So it is Sunday, and I have actually made a lot of progress on the book because my friend did not end up being able to come over. So I read, and I'm actually 88% into Never a Hero. And like I think I said, this is the second book in the Monsters. I think it's gonna be a trilogy, I'm pretty sure. And it is a fantasy trilogy, and we are following Joan, and she basically is like spending in the first book, she's like spending summer at her grandma's house, and she is like working with a boy that she has a crush on. And then there is like sort of an accident, like she does something accidentally, and she finds out that she has like magical powers, and her family on like that grandma's side has magical powers, and she never knew before, but they are basically monsters. And then she learns that the boy that she had a crush on is actually like a monster hunter, but not just any monster hunter. He's like there are like prophecies about him and everything. He's like the one monster hunter. And then she has to basically like protect her family and herself from him. And at the end of the first book, she ends up doing something that just changes everything. It kind of like changes the world in a way. And so in the second book, we are seeing her having to deal with that. Not only that, but definitely with that as well. And I said that after like reading the beginning, I kind of knew what was going on. And I mean, I did in a way, like I knew one part. That was definitely not like the main plot of the book. And actually, the main plot of the book is more interesting than what I was thinking. And I am really, really enjoying it. And honestly, like the first maybe 35% was pretty slow. But like after that, it started moving fast and there are things happening, like there's stuff happening all the time, and I am invested. And I'm also stressed because they're all like trying to save the world basically, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And there are like two romances happening, and I mean, sort of like a love triangle. And like one of them, I have nothing against. Like, I don't love it, but I have nothing against it. The other one, I hate everything about it. So I hope those are not, the people that end up together because I really don't like that. But apart from the romance part, I'm really, really enjoying it. I am having a lot of fun with this book and I'm almost done with it. And so, yeah, I will definitely finish it tonight, but I will finish it like pretty fast because, I'm almost at the end. And so I don't know if I'm going to read something else or not. But yeah, I will definitely finish this and I will talk to you tomorrow again to wrap up this vlog. Okay, so it is Monday and I am here to obviously wrap up this vlog. And before we get into anything, I'm sorry if you can hear like noise because there is like construction going on right outside my house. And like I close the windows, but I can still hear it like, very clearly. I just don't know if, the camera is picking it up. But I'm sorry if you can hear it, but there is literally nothing I can do about it. But in terms of reading, I finished Never Here. Also, if you can hear another noise, that's my mom talking because she's like in a video call for work. So there is quite some noise going on. Like I was saying, I finished Never a Hero and I really, really loved it. I think like I was filming when I read like one of the like reveals and like I caught my reaction. I was just like, excuse me. And I really loved it. It definitely got more like intense and crazy towards the end, and I was definitely very like invested but also very stressed. I was worried about what was going to happen. I was worried everything was going to go wrong, and well, I'm not going to say if it went wrong or not, but I'm just going to say that it was crazy in a really good way, and I really enjoyed it. And I also really like the main character. I don't think I had said that part. I really like the main character as well. And yeah, in terms of the love interests, I like one of them is okay. I don't love him, but I don't hate him. The other one, I again, like it's not like I hate him like as a person. I mean, I don't like him, but I don't absolutely hate him, but I absolutely would hate them to be together. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's that. But apart from, that romance thing, I really, really loved it. And I gave it 4.5 stars. And then I was like trying to decide what to read. And I remembered a book that I have to read for a video that is like pretty short. It was around like 100 pages. So I decided to read that. And that was Final Girls. And it was like sci-fi horror. And like I said, it's for a video. So I'm not gonna, get into a lot of details because especially because the video is gonna come out like this week. So you know. But basically, we were seeing a doctor who was talking about some like therapy that she had created, and it was like basically virtual reality that she used to, it could be to like alter people's personalities in a way, but also it could be to like help them overcome some trauma. And in the beginning we see there are like two sisters who are in that VR thing, and they are like trying to, build a like close relationship, like a sisterly relationship between the two of them, because they never got along and now they kind of need to. And so they are like running through a like obviously fake scenario, but like horror scenario, and they are like bonding because they have to try to survive together, and that is how they're building their relationship. And then we also see a journalist that is like a skeptic about that sort of treatment, and she decides to like enter the VR thing herself. And then like the doctor enters as well to like show her around and like be there with her. And then they're like having to run from like real life threats that are happening while they are in the VR thing, but also threats in their fake scenarios. And I mean, I liked it, but I definitely didn't love it. I wasn't really like that invested, and I didn't really care that much about the characters, but it was a fun concept and I did really like the way it ended. So like I didn't love it, but like I liked it. And then I started A Gathering of Shadows, but I literally only read the first two chapters, which I really enjoyed because they were just Lila being iconic, but I was really tired. And today I had to wake up like earlier than usual, so I decided to, sleep. So I only read those two chapters, and yeah, that is everything that I've read. And now, not in terms of anything that I read, but actually in terms of something that I wrote, like something very exciting for me is happening this week. And it's the fact that like my first book is gonna be published on Friday. And I still can't believe that that's happening, but like this is the book. I like, it's so surreal to like see it, in a physical form and like hold it. It's insane. I mean, I'm gonna do a video talking about the book, like either on Wednesday, which is like tomorrow for you if you're watching the video like on the day it came out, or on Thursday. Still not sure, but yeah, I can't believe that my book is like, physical. But yeah, that is very exciting. But getting back to, the reading vlog, let's wrap up everything that I read. So I finished The Black Order, and then I read Hell House, I read Never a Hero, I read Final Girls, and I read the first 26 pages of A Gathering of Shadows, and that was 1,337 pages, which I am extremely happy with. And yeah, that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!